matters, okay? Resident Evil 7. If you call yourself a gamer and you don't get it,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't get this game and you call yourself a gamer, I'ma find you, son. Word up.
Nah, nah. No, you're not.
Hold up. You said IGN gave this game a 7.7? Alright, let me tell you something right now. I'ma find out who reviewed that game and I'ma smash him. Shots fired, I'ma blast them. I better not see them in the street. Like, I'm telling you right now, son, you bugging. You bugging. They lying.
No, no. You bugging. You bugging. Because you have got to be kidding me that you, a grown man, are acting like this over a review score on a video game. You have got to be kidding me. I had to break my hiatus from YouTube so I could talk about this because this is the same dude who compared the Order 1886 to racism. Yes, that's right. Because the Order 1886 got low review scores due to the fact that the game was lacking in content and features, and you could complete that game in 3 hours. So because people gave it a low review score, he said that the game was a victim of racism. And that is absolutely disgusting due to the fact that I myself experience racism on a daily basis. My fiance is white. We get it from not just white people, but black women as well. And there are plenty of other people in our world, not just blacks, but whites, blacks, Asians, Hispanics, who all deal with this nonsense. And for you to take something that is so detrimental to us as a people and compare it, minimize it, and compare it to a video game is absolutely ridiculous. And what makes it even more ridiculous is due to the fact that a 7.7, a 7 out of 10, that's not a bad score. I don't know where as of late that we as gamers have gotten it into our minds that any game that gets below an 8.5 is automatically a garbage game and is trash and not worth your time. She even wrote next to it, it's a good game. At least in her opinion. So I don't understand why you're doing this. Because I put it to you like this, because of your actions right here. Because I did a video before I got off of YouTube so I could handle real life stuff. I talked about Sanford Kelly and how he smashed his fight stick. And I showed you guys the video where the news anchor on Fox Media were saying that video games makes us violent and video games make us killers. You have not only reinforced that stereotype, but you have also reinforced the stereotype that black males can't solve problems without resorting to violence. You just set not only black people back, but the gaming community back as well. I don't know what's going on with you, but you need to sort yourself out, get yourself together. Because I put it to you like this. You just threatened a woman over a video game. You gonna pull it. You better not catch them in the streets. You gonna find them. You gonna blast them. Shots fired. She could prosecute you, dude. Chloe, the reviewer whose name that you can't pronounce, she could prosecute you because threats, be it over the internet or in real life, can be taken very seriously. She could take you to court. Would I like for you to be taken to court? No, but I mean, you pretty much have earned it at this point by threatening her. Talking about you gonna kick her out of the conference room. Who gave you the authority to be able to kick somebody out of a conference if you went to a conference? You don't pull that much weight. You just talking trash because look, you got your little homeboys with you. And y'all ain't thugs. Stop it. Because thugs ain't worried about no video games. They out there in the streets trying to get whatever money they can get their hands on. They not on YouTube talking about pulling up on people because
they gave my favorite video game from my favorite company a bad score.
you did the same nonsense with Street Fighter. And a number of people have challenged you in this game, and you still duck them. But you want to say people that's not going to buy Resident Evil 7 are not real gamers, but you duck challenges? Not just challenges, challenges for charity. Rockaway Carter, or was it Bolt Strike? One of those two gentlemen challenged you to a match in Street Fighter 5 since you felt like your opinions were the word from God, and they challenged you to a Street Fighter match for charity. And you say that you're all about positivity in your videos, but you can't even show up and play a simple video game for charity because, my ego.
If I lose to this guy in a video game, my ego will be ruined. I won't have any more street cat with my friends.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that you're doing this. And I tell you like this, these two gentlemen in this video, that's y'all's mans. That's y'all's mans. Get your mans, because he is making you guys look really bad. Really, really bad. And I tell you what, guilty by association, y'all co-signing this nonsense that he's talking about, you guys could get in trouble with him too. Don't let this man take y'all down with him. And I put it to you like this, hip hop gamer. You most likely should, no, you should issue an apology to Chloe for how you're acting. I wouldn't like to see you get charges pressed against you, but she could do it, and you could get in serious trouble. You could get in serious trouble. This is absolutely ridiculous. You need to take some time away from the video games and some time away from YouTube and sort yourself out. You think you're a journalist. You're not a journalist. Chloe is a journalist, and she gets paid to do what she does. And as far as I'm concerned, she did a good job of it. And I put it to you like this. Resident Evil 7 sucks. It's trash. There's none of the classic enemies in the game. There's very few minor enemies in the game. The game is basically a boss rush. The 5 family members, their boss fights, and that's all you do in the game. Granted, yeah, they brought back the atmosphere, they brought back the survival horror elements, but the change in perspective and the fact that we're not playing with any of the other original characters in the game makes the game not feel like a Resident Evil game. Hardcore violence even showcased a lot of this game and why it doesn't feel like Resident Evil. I will leave a link to that video in the description for you guys to check it out. The game does not feel like a Resident Evil game. The game is trash. So what? You gonna pull up on me too? Stop. What you're doing is not cool. You just like I said earlier, you just set the black community back and the gaming community back with this nonsense. Because when the media needs ammo to support their claim of video games make gamers violent, and that black people can't solve issues without resorting to violence, they've got your videos of you acting like this to pull up to support their claims. Seriously, it is time to act like a mature adult.